Hello everyone, it's Vicki here today designing for Bramble Fox. Sorry I've been a bit absent over the summer. I have been on a couple of holidays and really busy, but it's nice to be back and I wanted to share this layout with you using the October FoxBox. And I've got a few things there. I've got the stencil, I've got some leaves, I've got the sweater weather title, and I have the paper snips. So I absolutely adore this leaf stencil and I'm going to use this on my layout. The circle I have there is the circle templates from Bramble Fox and I'm going to draw around this one. I'm just going to draw a light circle with my pencil just so that I know where I'm putting my leaves. So I'm starting off with I think this is called, I want to say honey colour, Distress Oxide. And I'm just using a brush to put that through my stencil. And I'm going to do 3 leaves onto my page. It's not exact, the colour is not even, just sort of going on there like that, and I think that looks quite pretty. So then I want to add a bit more contrast on to add a bit more depth, and I'm going to look at using Seedless Preserve, which is a purple colour. Don't panic, it doesn't look purple necessarily once it's on the leaves. It just gives that sort of deeper effect at the edge and just gives the leaf a little bit more depth, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to do the same thing on all 3, just using a smaller brush here, just because I just want to go to the edge, not all the way around. So you can see there that sort of got sort of a pinkish purpley tone to it, but it's not bright purple on there. And I really like how that looks. So that's it, that's my stenciling done, nice and easy. Just clean up my stencil and dries pretty quick when you put ink on like that through a stencil. So off we go. So I'm using Cider and Donuts collection from Simple Stories alongside this, and if you look at the paper snips particularly, they match really well with the collection. So just sort of I was originally thinking that I might do a wreath for this layout, but actually, as you'll see, I don't quite make it a wreath. I sort of have an open space up there on the top right. So almost more like a horseshoe, I guess. So just arranging these little bits and pieces where I think they could look nice. And my title fits nicely in there, Sweater Weather. And the picture is of Buster, my dog, who you will all know by now. He's sitting just sort of near the wood burner in our old house, and he was just looking at me as if to say, look how this is nice and warm. So I just thought that was very appropriate for the term sweater weather. He does wear sweaters, he just isn't in this picture. Okay, so I'm cutting out a few little pieces of the paper snips. I cut some pumpkins, squirrel, and those slippers with like the fox faces on. At least that's what I think they're supposed to be. Apologies if I've got that wrong. Yeah, just seeing what else I could put on, where I could put it. And I'm going to start to stick things down now. So just using some offcuts of my foam, but actually I need some big bits as well. So I'm going to start a new sheet 2. And I use this foam on the back of things just because I don't need to stick so many different dots. And it works pretty well for me. Sticky on one side so it sticks to the embellishment, which means I can lay it on my page before I have to stick it down and make sure it's in the right place. And I'm going to just ruffle up those leaves a little bit just to give them a bit more dimension. And then stick these 2 down because I know they're going to go there. I just love how those stenciled leaves are looking. I think it's my new favourite stencil. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so foam on the back of the photo as well. And I'm going to start to stick down the other bits and pieces after ruffling the leaves again. I'm going to glue Nope, I am going to raise that one up onto a bit of foam. Making sure that I have it how I want it to look. Perfect. Now I'm just going to rub out those lines that I had in there for the circle because I don't want those to stay on the layout. I haven't done the top right yet because I don't know yet that I'm leaving that open, but spoiler alert, I am. Just sticking down that acorn piece there. Love it. And sticking down more of the leaves. This is nice, quick layout, and I think that the stenciling really adds that pop to it. Without it, this could be quite, I guess, quite uninteresting. But the leaves really add a focal point to it. Okay, so I'm just adding this piece over here with the leaves, and you can see that space is still open. And I just looked at it and thought, you know what? I actually really like it being open. So I guess sometimes there are happy, not accidents, I guess, but happy outcomes from something that wasn't intended. So let's just say. So I'm going to take the sticky plastic off of the back of the perspective, and then I'm just going to use some wet glue to stick that down. I'm using a Nuvo glue. And I realised that I have actually put that on very slightly unstraight. Now I'm watching that back. But hopefully with the picture you can't really tell. Yeah, I can still tell. But let's pretend that's straight. I genuinely didn't notice till I just watched this that it wasn't straight, so that's funny. I stick down these little bits I cut out of the snips. And just get those put onto the page. Those little, what I'm calling fox slippers, are super cute. I love them. Okay, they're going to go on there. And of course the squirrel. I love squirrels. I have them living around my garden, and they eat all the bird food. Well, not all the bird food. The birds also eat their fair share, but yeah, they're really fun to watch. I think they're really entertaining, so I don't mind. Okay. And if Sharon's watching, Sharon, there are still 3 hanging around my house, so bring your shield with you next time. Sharon's slightly nervous of squirrels, but they're actually very cute. Okay, so next I'm sticking on the leaf perspectives, and just took the plastic off the back, and I'm going to stick those in just as a bit of extra dimension there, just like that. I think about using the maple type leaves, but I don't use those in the end. I couldn't find the right place for them, so I'll save those for a later layout. I've got plenty more titles in the FoxBox to use with those. Don't want to put everything on one layout. There we go. So next I think I'm going to add some brads, sticky back brads from the collection that I have, just to add a little bit of shiny bling here and there. I love these sticky back brads. I always liked brads, but they're awkward with the whole poking them through the page, and then you realise you've not quite got them where you want them. And anyway, so sticky back ones are perfect. I've got some little toadstools here, or yeah, they must be toadstools. Mushrooms wouldn't be. Oh, they could be this multicolour. We'll call them toadstools, that I'm going to add just there. And then finally, I decide to do some splatters. And this is gold ink, gold spray from Lindy's. I've had it a long time, but it's really nice and sparkly and gold, and works really well, I think, on these autumn layouts. Just protecting my photo there from splashes. that's it. So the final layout is coming. I hope it's inspired you for your Fox box. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. But there are some close-ups coming as well so that you can see everything a bit more in detail. But yeah, as I said, if you have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicky for Bramble Fox. See you next time. Bye bye.